name is Erin Fleming, and this is a yoga sequence for What the Fitness with Heather Stevens. So to begin, come to a comfortable seated position, preferably on something comfortable like a cushion or maybe a folded towel or a blanket. Go ahead and have your sitting bones evenly placed on the cushion and let your hands rest down on your knees or thighs. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths here. Feel the full circumference of your breath. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, go ahead and open your eyes and then stretch out your legs. Give your legs a little shake out. Move the cushion aside and let's come on to all fours. So on a hands and knees position, align your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees below your hips. And then rolling through, tucking, so let's call this the exhale move, and arching. Here you'll inhale. Let your head and sitting bones move in equal timing. Tucking under on the exhale, inhale, lift the heart and lift your seat. Last, cat stretch. And then moving somewhere in between, tuck all 10 toes, walk your hands back, and move to the back edge of your mat, and fold in half in a pose we call Uttanasana. Bend your knees a lot, round, and roll yourself up. Coming all the way to standing, arms all the way up toward the sky, and then stand tall, bringing the palms together in front of your heart center. So we're going to move into some half-sun salutations. So step to the forward edge of your mat, and again, bringing your palms together, thumbs right against the heart center. Feet are about hip distance apart, and we'll move through half-sun salutations, also in Sanskrit called Ardha Surya Namaskar. Here we go. Inhale here, sweeping up. As you exhale, swan dive forward. Soften your knees on the first round. Let your head hang. Sliding your hands up your shins, up about halfway so you have a pretty flat back. Fold and exhale. And then sweeping all the way up, arms all the way extended above you. Maybe lift your gaze. And then as you exhale, hands down and around to close. I'll turn and face you so you can see it from this angle. Inhale, sweep your arms. Exhale, sweep wide, folding in half. Sliding your hands up your shins, try to find a flat back so that your chest is parallel to the floor. Fold on the exhale. And then sweep wide, lifting, floating all the way up. Standing tall, closing, palms come together in front of the heart center. Let's do one more. Notice that the breath sets our pace. So for every move, there's a breath. So here's the bottom of my exhale. Lengthening is my inhale. Folding. Exhale here. Sweeping wide, bringing yourself all the way up to the top. Standing taller, palms come back together to close. We're going to move on into a sweeping lunge salute, one of my favorites. Here we go. Inhale, sweep your arms. Exhale, glide and fold. Slide your hands up your shins, come up halfway. This will look familiar. As you fold, bring your fingertips down to the mat, bend your knees, send your right leg way back behind you, melting your right knee down to the mat, untuck your left toes. Check that your forward knee, the left knee in this case, is above your ankle. Light on your fingertips to start, and then you're going to sweep your arms forward and up. Maybe your arms just go straight up toward the sky on the first round. And then as you exhale, fingertips move down and onto the mat. Tucking your toes under, float your right knee up, and now we're in a high lunge. Plant your hands down onto the mat and slide your left leg back, and now you're in plank pose, top of a push-up. So for the first one, let's just keep it pretty easy. Keep the knees down, and then slowly bend your elbows in. Come all the way down to the floor, forehead down. Inhale here into a low cobra. So a low cobra for me is hovering the hands by lifting the chest, toenails, full pedicure on the mat. Hands down, forehead down. Tucking your toes. Let's keep the knees down for the first one. Pressing up, then gliding back into downward facing dog. Not going to stay here long. You're going to take a nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, look forward towards your hands, and now you're going to step your right foot forward. Here's your high lunge. Lower your knee to the mat. Untuck your toes. We're on the second side, so arms sweep up. Let's just take them right to vertical if you can get them there. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Tucking the left toes under. Here's your high lunge. And now we're going to bend this back knee, left knee, and then you're going to launch your left foot forward. Feet side by side. Fold, exhale. Sweeping your arms out to the side and up. Hands down and around to close, palms come together. So we're going to do one more and we'll do the other side. So left leg will lead. Inhale, sweeping. Exhale, gliding. Inhale, stretch your heart forward, bending your knees, left leg way back in the left lane. Lower your knee down to the mat, release your left toes. Sweeping your arms up, spread your fingers. Maybe this time you go a little bit farther back. Hands floating down on the exhale. Tucking your toes under, here comes the high lunge. And then hands to the mat, slide your right leg back. Here's your plank pose. Now you can either keep your knees lifted or bent, but you're going to lower straight down and onto the floor. Let's go back into a low cobra. Lift your head, lift your chest, maybe a little bit more weight into your hands. Cobra is never done with straight arms. Always keep the elbows bent. Forehead down to the mat on the exhale. Tucking your toes. Now you can press up through bent knees, or you can straighten your legs here. There's your plank. Downward dog. Stay here, exhale. Look forward towards your hands. Left foot steps. High lunge. Melts into a low lunge. Release your back toes. Sweep up. Inhale. Exhale. Light on the fingertips. Tuck your right toes under. Lift the right knee. And then launching elegantly the right foot forward. Fold and exhale. Sweeping wide, coming all the way up. Standing tall and completing. So this is a great practice to do first thing in the morning, getting the heart rate going, doing some forward bending. Great way to actually put some joy in your day. All right, so we're going to move on into some standing poses. So again, step to the top edge of your mat, palms come together. Bending your knees, you're going to step your right foot way back, and then you're going to sweep your arms out to the side. Palms face the floor, and I want you to think about your collarbones visiting your thumbs. Now my left toes are still pointing straight ahead toward the forward edge of my mat. Fill out the shape of an inhale, and then bend your left knee, and this is called Warrior Two pose, or Virabhadrasana 2. Once you have that set up with your nose, your heart, and your navel in one straight line, then turn a proud gaze beyond your left fingertips. Take 3 deep breaths here. One more breath. And then just a little bit deeper, turn your gaze forward, straightening your left leg. Turn your left toes around. We'll go into the second side. So now I'm going to just pivot on my heel, turning my right toes off to the right. Fill out the shape with an inhale, and then bending your right knee. Virabhadrasana 2. Another thing to check is that your knee is above your ankle. Great alignment principle for the knee. Once you have that, lengthen that extension, collarbones visiting the thumbs. Proud gaze, looking beyond your right fingertips. 3 breaths. Let's do one more breath here. Bend just a little bit deeper as you exhale, pressing your right knee straight. Turn your right toes around. And now we're going to heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Palms come back together. This is called mountain pose, or Tadasana. Go ahead and relax your elbows, close your eyes, and practice standing still. Nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, bring your hands onto your hips. And let's do a balance pose. Tree pose is one of my favorites. So I'm going to stand. So this would be your right leg. I'm going to have my right leg because I'm facing you. I'm going to be my standing leg. Bend your left knee. Turn your left knee out. Try not to sag into this hip. And then just slide your left foot up and onto your inner calf. So we never load the knee joint. We always want to keep the foot either above or below. Not sagging, but stay lifted. Once you feel like you have your stability, then bring your palms together. Couple breaths. One of the tricks to balancing is a steady gaze. In yoga, in Sanskrit, the language of yoga, we call that a drishti. Also, press down into the center of your right heel and see if that gives you any more stability. Try not to grip the toes. One more breath. And then as you exhale, place your foot down. Stand tall. So we like to honor beginning, middle, and end. Let's go to the other side. Standing leg is now your left leg. Turn the right knee out. Check it out. If you're sagging, keep your palms together for this side. Try to find that sense of lift and length. Sliding your foot up, just keep it low. If your foot's anywhere away from the floor, right, you're still balancing. Breathing. Soft and steady gaze. One more breath here. And then closing the pose with beauty and grace. And then give it a good shake out. Come back to the top edge of your mat, palms together. And we're going to do something beautiful. We're going to take it down onto the floor. Always want to do something elegant and graceful, breath-filled. Bringing yourself down and onto the floor as a transition. Slide your hands up your shins, come up halfway. Bending your knees, step your feet back and into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One more inhale here, we're not staying long. And then slowly lowering your knees down and onto the mat, untuck your toes, and move into an extended child's pose. So extended means I'm going to lift my elbows, I'm going to keep reaching my fingertips forward as I melt my chest onto my thighs, and then forehead down and onto your mat. Take another deep breath in here. Stay to exhale. And then walking your weight forward onto all fours. That's it. Now let's stretch the right leg back behind you, tucking your right toes under. So I'm not going to sag into the shoulders, I'm going to push up and out. And then I'm going to bring my right heel down, loading my left hand onto the mat, and then I'm going to sweep my right arm up. I'm going to spread my fingers maximum. And you can either lift your leg or keep your leg down. So on this side, I'll keep my leg down. One more inhale here. And then slowly lower your arm down. And bring your right knee down. And let's go to the other side. So left leg will stretch back. And this is a great calf stretch. You can really feel this through the calf and the Achilles tendon. Got a nice tone in the lower belly. Now, I'm going to have my back turned to you. So my inner heel will come down and onto the mat. My right hand takes the weight under my shoulder, slightly forward. And I'm going to press into my shin and lift my left arm up. Now, if you're feeling pretty stable, you can try lifting your left leg up. Breathing. And then slowly lower. Another inhale here. And then slowly the left hand comes down. Place. Left knee comes down. And let's move back into child's pose. This time, let's make it surrenderful. Elbows down, stacking your hands. Relax here. So that's one really sweet, easy sequence that anyone can do. Brings the energy up. But notice that we kind of went from an arc, moving slowly, warming up, getting more vigorous, finding that strength with standing poses, and then we